So let's say hello to Cristian. Hello.
How you doing, mate? You all right?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm struggling to hear you a little bit, but I'm good.
Yeah, the line's very faint at the moment, but I'll talk as loud as I can for you.
All right, okay,
now,
cool.
So what's it been like since leaving the house? It must have been a roller coaster. I mean, you come out, you've been locked in the place for 2 months, so how have you found the whole experience?
Do you know what? It's been so crazy. The fact that, walking down the street alone, it's pretty crazy how, people stop you and stuff and, recognize you. And that's really, really cool, being able to, interact with people. But everything in general, I mean, being so isolated in one place for that length of time, as soon as you come out, it's quite a different story, So, yeah.
Now, having watched... I guess you've watched, obviously, some of the episodes back.
I haven't.
Oh, you haven't?
I've not watched nothing back.
Because I was going to ask you, has your opinion changed on anybody? So when you were in there with them, since coming out, reading about them or seeing stuff that they've said?
Literally, I can't even comment on that because, I mean, like I say, I've not really watched the show. So I've watched a couple clips, but other than that, I've not really religiously got into it. So yeah, I'll have to do that when I've got time. It's been a bit hectic at the minute.
Now, I know that you've got a new song because we're going to play it after the interview. Now, was that recorded when you went into the house, or was it something that you recorded afterwards?
No. It's something that we've recorded quite a long time ago. Me and Scotty B, we got in the studio. We started working on some material, and he produced that beat, and I, wrote the song to it. So we just kind of came up with an idea. I wrote that, and then we got the video filmed. And it was a little bit manic before getting into Big Brother, so we didn't actually have time to, release it. But it did turn out better after all when I came out of the house, being able to put that out immediately, and it's been getting a lot of, positive press at the minute. So it's doing really well. It's getting a lot of good response. Now, it's called,
is it Watch This Space?
Yeah, Watch This Space.
Now, is that kind of saying to people, watch what's going to happen? There's going to be big things coming.
I mean, for me, that song's just kind of like a way that I can just showcase what I can kind of do, It's a bit of fun, that song. It's more of a net video. It's more of a freestyle. It's not necessarily, a full put together song like a production, a project kind of thing, It's just a bit of fun. It's a good beat. So, I just decided to put something out whereby I'm just showcasing a bit of what I can do, a different flow, a different way of rapping. And it's just is what it is, So there's a lot more projects coming on that we're working on at the minute. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot more that you guys can hear.
Now, for you, I mean, when people enter Big Brother, everyone kind of has different reasons for entering. I mean, some go in for the experience, some go in for financial reasons, and others to launch a career as such. What was your main reason to go in? Was it to kind of, get your name out there and promote your stuff, or was it for the experience?
If I'm honest with you, the main reason I went in there is because I thought it would have been a great big laugh. Like, I thought it would have been so much fun because I know it's obviously a national television program. A lad I knew went on it last year, and he said he had the best time of his life, and it was just a lot of fun. So, I kind of applied for it as a bit of fun, and I ended up getting on the show, so it was a bit surreal. But, I just decided, I'm just going to go for it, have a bit of fun. It was definitely a challenge because it's kind of out of my comfort zone of what I do normally. But, I did find it a really, really great experience. And I did go on kind of a bit of a journey in there, as they say.
And I mean, talking about your journey, you kind of started off, you were quite calm, you were very collective, and you wouldn't necessarily get involved in arguments. And at times, I mean, a lot of people did kind of say to you, you were sitting on the fence and stuff like this, which got to you because I don't ever think you actually sat on the fence. I just think you chose not to get involved in arguments. But in the last few weeks, you did, and there was some arguments that you were involved in. You were a lot more snappy as such. You would.
Yeah, do you know what it is? It's the thing is with me in the outside world. If two people have an issue, if two people are arguing, and it's between them, I think it's best for them two to settle it without a third party getting involved and just causing mayhem. Do you know what I mean? So I think the way that you are outside the house is exactly the way that you should behave inside the house. So that is the way that I approach situations. If two people are getting in a big argument, it's not necessarily my place to get involved. I think in the last few weeks, whereby, I did get a bit snappy at some points, it was really a case of, we were all tired, we were all kind of worn out, we were all waiting on the final. There was only a few days left, a few weeks or so, and it was like a countdown. We were all getting like 5 hours sleep a night, so we was all really trying to catch up on rest, and everybody's just feeling a bit stressed, and everyone was just snapping. I put my hands up myself as well. I was a little bit snappy at points. But yeah, it was just kind of the last stages, coming to the end few days, everybody's kind of losing it a little bit.
Well, I think that's what people liked about you, because it was almost like you found a voice. You were standing up, and we saw a lot more of you. And I mean, when I was looking on Twitter at the time when you were in the house, there were some points I think you were actually trending on Twitter as well, because I'd go on and it would say Cristian, I'd click on it, and so many people were saying, go Cristian, good on you, for standing up and saying your piece. So people actually liked that side of you. So does that surprise you that people were...
Yeah, do you know what? Like I said in the house, I kind of looked up to people like Brian, and especially when he came in, of how to handle situations with certain people, especially, with Mark and the way he was prancing around the place and acting up all the time. And I just kind of used his advice as to how to, manage someone like him, because I've never come across someone like that, acting like that in my life. So I just thought, what, on that occasion, remember when I was like jumping around, smashing pots and pans and stuff? I was just kind of taking the guy's advice as to how to handle someone, and that's exactly what I did. But there were certain points, especially when I got nominated, when the Time Warpers were in, that did annoy me very much anyway. I probably would have reacted regardless of whether it was the first, second week, because in my opinion, coming from someone who seriously despises two-faced people, people that Brown knows, and then he turns around and says, today I'm going to nominate you on entertainment basis, and he's never mentioned that entertainment basis is, an issue, because at the end of the day, I'm just being myself in the house. I can't affect the way that they're editing it, whether they're making it come across like we're entertaining. We're just being ourselves, so, and, if we're not acting up to the cameras, dancing around, pulling people's by the legs and insulting people, I'm sorry if that's not entertainment, so I mean, I was just trying to respond to him.
You did rebel against Big Brother by breaking out of the exit, and you were the last housemate to come back, and they actually had to call you to come back in the house with immediately. I mean,
I won. Apparently, he was meant to win a full week's free washing up, so everybody did the washing up other than you, but that actually didn't go through. So, I was the last person in there. I was luckily wearing all black, and it was all really dark in the in the camera run, so there was just black sheets everywhere, and I just literally stood there like a pencil next to the black sheet, and the people were walking past me, all the security guards, and not at one point they saw me. But after about 10 minutes, I started getting worried, and I started thinking, like, what if these people think I've just run off set and I might not get called back and I might be removed from the show? So I just decided, I turned around and I was like, look, mate, I give up. Can I go back in now?
Well, I've got to say, you've got a lot of love on Twitter now. We've got a lady from America called Laura, and she said she would love you to say her name because she absolutely loves you.
Say again, sorry, I can't hear you.
We've got a lady called Laura who's from America, and she's tuning in, and she asked if you could say her name because she loves you.
Hello, Laura from America. I hope you are well.
There we go. Also, let's have a look for you.
Give me a tweet, I'll follow you on Twitter.
Oh, look at that. And also, Caitlin said, tell Cristian I love him, and she hopes you come to Leeds.
Yeah, I'll be coming to Leeds. That's on the cards. A lot of cities are in the cards. I'll be coming there very shortly. So, I mean, if you just stay posted to my Twitter, my Facebook, my website, you will definitely see dates when I'm up in, Leeds. So,
and Rianne says, just to let you know, that she's single.
Rianne's single.
And also, Jade said Cristian was the best housemate, definitely. And she put a little love emoji as well.
Oh, that's nice. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
And since we've been on, we've had quite a lot of notifications as well. People just saying that they love hearing you and stuff like that, and someone called you sexy as well.
Yeah.
You must get that a lot.
Say again, sorry?
You must get that a lot, kind of people giving you compliments on your looks.
That's nice. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on the show. The single's out now, isn't that right?
The single is available to view on YouTube and stuff. Yeah, it will be coming to iTunes very, very shortly. Spotify, everywhere else. It'll be going out to radio stations soon, so you'll be able to, request it everywhere. But yeah.
And what else is new for you? Do you have any other upcoming projects that you can tell us about?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of projects we're getting involved in at the minute. Going in the studio with a couple of producers. There's a lot coming up. So you just got to stay tuned and just wait and see.
Well, we've got your single here. This is Watch This Space. Thank you so much for joining us on the show, and I'd love to get you on again soon to talk about more music projects.
Yeah, cool. Great.
Okay, thank you.
Nice speaking to you.
Cheers,
Bye.
buddy.